Hello, Ignite, and welcome to this month's mini flow. This is January, the beginning of another year, and oftentimes in January we tend to focus on goals and resolutions, things we hope to accomplish over the course of this brand new year. So for our mini flow this month, sort of in conjunction with that theme, we're going to focus on poses that work with the third eye chakra. So your third eye chakra is one of the 7 chakras, and it is the one that is located up here, sort of toward the center of your forehead, just above the eyes, above the bridge of the nose. And it is the chakra that is attributed to our inner knowing. It is also where we focus. We have the ability to focus and reflect and things of that sort. So we're going to do some poses in this flow that help us to strengthen the inner, that inner focus, that inner knowing, our third eye chakra. So to begin, I would invite you to join me standing and grounding. So let's get our feet connected, really spread those toes out, let all 4 corners of the feet connect to the ground beneath you. We want to have our hips, knees, and ankles in alignment, shoulders in line with that as well, so with a nice good posture. We're going to start in mountain pose. So again, once we are connected, we're going to let the arms relax alongside the body, rolling shoulders down away from the ears, palms slightly turned outward. We don't want to have them so far turned that we feel the shoulder blades starting to roll together. We want the back muscles relaxed, so palms are just usually partially facing out. Our gaze is over the tip of our nose, looking out in front of us. Again, really focusing on feeling the connection to the ground beneath you. And focusing on your drishti, or your gaze point, over the tip of the nose. Finding your breath. Noticing each inhale and each exhale. Letting go of thoughts and worries from the day behind you. Becoming aware of your connection to the ground beneath you. Becoming aware of your third eye, bringing your focus to that area of your head. And while your eyes are still staring off in that drishti right over the tip of your nose, our mental focus comes to the area of the third eye chakra. Relaxing into the breath, just a few more breaths here. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And we're going to come into our first pose. We're actually going to do a series with some warrior poses, warrior 1 being the one that we're going to start with. So we'll be doing them on both sides, and then we'll move into a few other poses to kind of round out this practice. So I'm going to turn sideways here. We're going to come into warrior 1 first. So leading with the left leg, we're going to step forward with the left leg, stepping back with the right leg here. And with warrior 1, you have a couple of options. You can have this back leg up on your heel, or off of your heel on your toes, like I have it. You can also pivot the foot so that the whole foot is flat, but you're still, torso is pivoted forward, facing forward, knee is bent here. So whichever version of that feels best to you. I prefer to have my heel up. It also makes it a little bit more of a balanced pose. So bending that front knee, sinking down, getting grounded here. And we're going to inhale, bring those arms up, first coming into the lunge, and then we take a little bit of an exhale back, a little bit of back bend for a warrior 1, shining that third eye to the sky. Exhale, release the arms, let's step that back leg forward, and I'm going to flip around. We're going to do the other side. I'm just flipping sides so that you can see what I'm doing a little better. You don't necessarily have to turn yourself around. So now we bring the right leg forward and the left leg back. Again, positioning your feet however is comfortable. That front knee is bent. Get yourself grounded. Inhale the arms up. And you can stay in these poses longer. Again, this is a mini flow, so we're just getting a little bit of a connection here. Exhaling when you're ready, back into warrior one, a little bit of a back bend. Third eye to the sky. Breathing while you're here. And then as we exhale, we'll bring the arms down, step the back foot forward, and just kind of shake that out. So again, we're demonstrating this very briefly, but you could continue in these poses longer. You could also repeat this cycle, this mini flow, multiple times if you wanted to. Now we're going to move into warrior two, and from warrior two, do a bit of a flow with humble warrior and windswept warrior. So again, starting facing one direction here. We're going to, once again, start with the left foot forward. And actually, you know what? I need to turn this way. I'm going to do that. Sorry. Start with the left foot forward, right leg back. And again, I'm just doing this because I want to be able you to be able to see what I'm doing a little bit better. So similar start. We're going to pivot that back foot now completely so that the foot is in alignment with the back of your mat. Left toes are pointing forward, knee is over that ankle. Okay, and you can make the stance as wide as is comfortable. We are now facing out. Okay, arms are going to come up in alignment with your shoulders, and so we're in our warrior two. From warrior two, we're going to move into windswept warrior. So reaching forward with that left hand, the right hand is going to relax on our low back. It could also rest on the leg itself, depending on what's comfortable. We're going to flip this left palm upward, coming into a little bit of a back bend here, bending this left arm right around the elbow, and our gaze is up through the wrist toward the ceiling, again, shining that third eye up to the sky. Windswept warrior. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then we'll exhale back to warrior two. We're going to come into humble warrior next. So for that, our arms come behind us, and we're going to interlace our fingers behind our back. Roll those shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to fold forward here toward the front leg, lifting the arms away from our back. Humble warrior. This time the third eye is shining toward the floor. Tighten the core and inhale up. Come back to warrior two. Relax the arms. We're going to pivot the toes. So both sets of toes are now pointing forward, and we're in a bit of a wider leg stance. Before we come over and do the right side, we are going to do a wide leg forward fold, another good third eye chakra pose. So for that, we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinging forward, folding forward. Head pointing down toward the ground. Our eyes are looking back through our legs. Arms are just dangling. Relaxing here. We're going to come to a modified half back. So we're going to bring our hands to our shins, lifting the torso halfway up, looking forward. So now our third eye is shining out. Exhale back down to that forward fold. And tuck the tailbone, tighten the core. Roll up, let the arms just dangle. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come into warrior two series on the other side. So now we're going to pivot, turn these right toes so that they are facing out. Bend that front knee. Again, adjust this stance as you need to. This back foot should be in alignment parallel with the back of your mat. And again, our torso is facing forward as you see me doing here. Arms are up, in line with the shoulders. Warrior two. Moving into windswept warrior. So this back arm is going to come to rest on our low back. We're reaching forward with that right arm, flipping the palm to face up, sweeping back, come into that low back bend, bending the elbow, and again, gazing up toward the wrist and the ceiling, shining your third eye to the sky. Couple of breaths here. Exhaling back to our warrior two. Coming into humble warrior. Now drop those hands behind you, interlace the fingers again. Roll the shoulders so we're opening up the chest. Exhale, fold forward. And as we come down, drop the head. Lift the arms. Third eye shining to the ground. Tighten the core, inhale, roll up. Release the arms back to our warrior two. Relax the arms. Once again, pivot. Turn those toes. So again, toes are now both sort of out on an angle. We're in this wider leg forward fold one more time. And this time we're going to place the hands on the hips. And as we exhale, we're going down nice and slow. Tuck that tailbone, relaxing forward. When you're about halfway down, we're going to release the hands, let the arms drop toward the floor. And again, relaxing the torso. Eyes are looking back through the legs, crown of the head pointing toward the floor. Inhale, hands back to the waist. Tuck the tailbone, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Almost forgot what they're called. And then relax. We're going to heel toe, feet together, step it in, shake it all out. And then we're going to come down to the mat. So let's come down. We're going to end with child's pose before we get into our relaxation. So child's pose, there's two options for this particular mini flow. I'm going to ask you to do the traditional child's pose with legs together. I'm going to demonstrate both facing you and to the side. So knees together, arms are going to be alongside our body. We're going to be bringing our forehead down to the ground, so that third eye chakra area coming down toward the ground. If for some reason it's not comfortable to bring your forehead all the way down to the ground, you can reach for a block and have the block be here, and your forehead can come to the block instead. So here's what it looks like from this angle. You just fold forward. Shoulders are sort of drooping toward the ground. It's giving us a bit of a rounded back. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see that view as well. You can certainly put something between your bottom and your heels if you need a little cushion. So this is demonstrating with the block. And again, you can stay here for a few breaths and then inhale and come back up. So I invite you to now come to some kind of comfortable seat. We'll finish with just a few moments of breathing and centering to wrap up our mini flow for today. Finding your seat, relaxing shoulders away from the ears. Arms can relax in whatever way is comfortable. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Let's take a big, deep breath in through the nose and then sigh it out. Just releasing that. Softly closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Just connecting with the body and the breath. Again, for the purposes of the mini flow, we're just going to do a little bit of grounding and centering and breathing. Here at the end, you could do a full Shavasana if you wanted to do a longer practice. And again, you could repeat the poses we did one more time or two more times before coming to your final relaxation or whatever you choose. But for now, I'm just going to breathe and relax. Bringing your focus up here to that third eye chakra area again. Eyes can remain closed. We're just bringing our awareness and our attention to that space. Following the breath in, following the breath out. Again, you could stay with this piece of the practice for as long as you'd like. For our purposes today, for the mini flow, we're going to go ahead and inhale the arms up, reaching through the fingertips, bringing the palms together up top. Exhaling hands that come down to the heart. Deep breath in, sigh it out. Thank you for joining me for this mini flow. May it serve you, and may it help you to connect with your third eye chakra and improve your focus in this new year. Namaste.